too sure I like that. I've never seen that.
Okay.
Well, actually,
Because it seems I usually have one table set up. And the rounded back chairs. I've got the Windsor, Queen Anne, the flat bow, the arrow, the spindle, and the arrow arm. So this is an example of all of the rounded back chairs or Windsor style that we have in stock.
why?
This way the customer can, in one easy shot, go from the demonstration table to a rounded back chair and see all of her selections without having to waste time or your time or mine. I did. Until normal and the nice little place settings and... All right. Welcome to New Antiques. I understand you're looking for a table today. This is our solid oak 48-inch table. It has a 24-inch leaf. This is in our golden finish, and this is the same table, but it has the 24-inch leaf in it. See how nice and easy it opens with the rack and pinion? Isn't that nice? Would you like to help me with that? Just give it a little shove. Nice. You can see how the grains follow all the way up and through, and that's a sign of a solid oak table as compared to some tables that will not be the solid oak. It has the double clip locks that lock and level your leaf, and the super buckle locks. Just look at how easy it is. Would you help me buckle that? You're a little slow, I'll catch it for you, okay? See how nice that fits? Now, does that look like a good size for you? Good, I'm glad. It really does seat 4 or 5 people just fine. This table, the differences between the two tables, this one has the ball and claw foot versus the Empire. Which do you prefer? Ah, all right. Yeah, I'm not too crazy about those animals either under my table. The table has a 5-year written warranty, and that is against warping, cracking, and splitting. It's really important with oak being a large grain wood. Our super exclusive bar top finish will stand up to all of these things that you can use around your house. This is basically, with all the stuff we do, writing on it and everything else, it's a table you can use every day. How many chairs are you thinking of today? 4 is the nice number. Do you like a rounded look, or do you like the press back? All right. The rounded look table in the chair. This is a 48-inch table with a 24-inch leaf. Would you like to have that delivered, or would you be able to pick it up? All right. We do have a $30 delivery charge, and it comes apart in 3 separate pieces, so it's very easy for you to assemble. No instructions necessary, just a little screw around, and that'll take care of you. All right, no problem. Forgot to show you how much little screwing around there is. Underneath each of the feet, there's the levelers here, and that's so that you don't have to adjust or fold up matchbooks. This just will level out. Nobody's floors are really level. Just level those little hummers out. And did you want to finance that table? Okay, we have easy financing all the way up through 36 months, as well as a true 90 days, same as cash. Okay, just 10% down, and that'll take care of you. Good afternoon. What brings you into New Antiques today? Looking for a table? About how many people were you thinking of seating? 6. Great. This is our standard 48-inch table. It easily seats 4 to 5 people with the leaf out. When you add the leaf, it becomes this table. It's 48 by 72 inches, has a 24-inch leaf. They are the identical table. The only difference being in these two is that you have the option of either the ball and claw leg or the Empire. Which would you prefer? Empire, a lot of people that are not antique collectors
Will that tabletop scratch?
It will scratch. It is a regular wood table. They do scratch. It's just that they have the super bar top finish, so you can do pretty much everything else to it and not damage it.
Can I use that top every day? When I went into Nebraska Furniture Mart, they wanted to know whether I wanted the table for the kitchen or the dining room. Why did they ask that?
Well, because they don't have exclusive super bar top finish. Ours we can use every day. Their warranty on their finish, the best they can offer you is a 2-year limited warranty, and we give you the 3-year warranty. Theirs, you have to kind of justify what damage you have. Ours, it's listed for you.
Some of the stores say I need to buy tabletop pads. Will I need to do that with your tables?
You don't. No. Most of the furniture stores with wood tables, that is kind of a built-in feature. As soon as you buy your table, they set you up with your pads. You don't use pads. You don't need.
If it's built in, do I have to pay extra for the pads?
You bet you would, right.
Do I always have to use a tablecloth with this table?
No, you don't. We recommend that you don't.
Why?
Because you don't need it with the super bar top finish. You can use it every day and not have to worry. You don't need coasters. You don't need hot pads. You can set a glass of ice water on it all night.
Stay in there. Stay in there. Don't leave.
You can put a glass of water on it the night before, wake up the next morning, and you won't have the white rain.
Huh. You call it a super bar top finish. I notice all your paper says it's an exclusive. What's the difference? Could I get the exclusive, I wonder?
It's called the exclusive bar top.
Why do you call it the super bar top? Is there 2 different things here? Are you trying to trick
No,
me?
I screwed up.
Yeah.
Good afternoon. What brings you to New Antiques today? Looking for something at a table? Well, you came to the right place. Our tables, have you ever been into New Antiques before? First time? Okay, thank you. What I'd like to just explain is that this happens to be the 7th store that was opened by New Antiques in 1984. They have now expanded to, or 85. They have now expanded to 15 stores. So the store is growing and growing dynamically. And one thing I'd like to point out is something that you aren't going to find in another furniture store here in town, is the fact that what you're looking at here is a solid oak table. Not just a solid wood. Many people have tables that are solid wood. By solid wood, I mean they may have a veneer over the top of the particle board. What you're looking at is a solid oak table. And a very easy way to tell that is if you notice on the table, you have grain running across the table. That same grain is coming out at the end where it's been routed. Very, very easy to tell. And the trained eye, if you're an untrained eye, you will not notice that. But if you look on a veneer table, the grain will be running this way, the edge of the table will be running another way. So be sure you know what in turn you're purchasing. Okay. These tables are made in the United States, right? At a company called Great Oak Products. The bottom of the table stands with Great Oak Products. The reason I know that, I was just told that. So it is made right in US of A. Here. Now, how many people did you want to be able to seat around your table? 6? And how big is your room, if I may ask? Do you have any idea? Okay, so are you seating 6 around your current table? This table is a 48-inch table, 48-inch round. You'll notice on here it has a racket pinion equalizer. What that means to you is that it's very easy for one person to open and close that table. Also, if you'll notice, there are metal clips on the table. Those clips are also on that leaf that comes with the table. There's one 24-inch leaf, so when you have that leaf in, the table that you have is a 72-inch table that will seat easily 8. If you're a good friend, you can seat 10 around it. Okay? Does that sound like it would fit the bill for you?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Now, besides the clips, there are buckles. And the buckles being that when you place that table together, the clips level the top out. The buckles latch up to eliminate the crack that can sometimes be in there. Have you ever seen a table that fit that tight before?
No.
Okay. We feel that we have one of the best products to offer you that, with the best finish available also. The finish on the top is called an exclusive super bar top lacquer. What that means to you is if you have such things, you have children, you have some kids?
Yes.
And your kids play around the table, they make color, and maybe periodically you put on fingernail polish And if you happen to get it on, what happens when you get that on the top of the table? If it's a good wood table, if you take such things to the tabletop as, here's we've got nail polish remover. If you try that on a regular tabletop, that's usually death to a good wood finish. You've seen that happen before.
Yes, I have.
Raise the top, and what do? Very, very tough. Same way with such things as bleach. This top is warranted for a period of 3 years against, the finish is guaranteed against such things as you see listed on the list over here. Wood, alcohol, nail polish remover that we just put on acetone, naphtha, steam. Common things, you know, on a daily basis, if you have a drink glass or a milk glass, if you set on the table and it sits, it sweats, and you leave it for the evening, what happens with a good piece of good wood furniture? You come back and here you have that white ring. You don't have to worry about that with this finish. It's a table that you can buy and use, not pretty face. The next thing, you aren't going to find us trying to sell you a pad or that tabletop. We want you to use this furniture, create your own antique, because it is such a fine piece of furniture.
Some of the other furniture stores I've been in said that wood tables were primarily for the dining room.
It can be used in the dining room. Can very well. Is that what you're looking for in the
No,
dining
I
room?
want mine for the kitchen.
This is designed and can be used in either location.
How come? How?
Because it's the exclusive super bar top finish gives you the endurance of a formica or a plastic, but it also, you still have the grain, you have the fine wood appearance that will dress up your dining room area also. So it will work in either location. Okay? Now, what type of a base are you interested in? And those two. Now we talked about the solid wood or solid oak table that New Antiques offers you, but here is a solid wood table, and they're not lying to you because it is a veneer, which is wood, over a particle board, which is wood also. Thus, but there's a lot of glue holding the thing together. But it is a solid wood table. So, but you notice, as I mentioned beforehand, it's very easy to tell this from the Great Oak Products solid oak table simply by looking at the veneer with the grain running in this manner and on the Great Oak table coming through to the end. But on the end of this veneer table, the grain happens to run the other way. And on the other side, you notice this starburst table. Well, there never has been a piece of oak that's grown that way. So it's very, very easy to tell a veneer table apart from a solid oak table.
What if the salesman continues to insist in another store that it's a solid oak table? What do I do?
Go ahead, ask your question.
The salesman in the other store said their table was solid oak. How do I know for sure?
If you believe him, I will put mine in writing that the New Antiques table is solid oak. And if they in turn, let me read this to you. If this table is not solid oak, this store will cheerfully refund the sale price plus a $25 penalty. We'll put that in writing. We stand behind our tables.
Would you recommend that I try to get them to sign one of those too then?
I certainly would.
Okay, think they will?
No.
Go.
I've had salespeople carefully grab a hold of the edge of the table and say, this is solid oak. And they're not lying, because that 1.5 inches is solid oak. I've even had a salesperson explain to me that this, when I showed them that I knew wood, they explained to me that this is the only part that was necessary to be solid oak, because this is where your table chairs are going to run into the problem. So this is the only thing that they need. They call this finishing. They very carefully stain the day lines out of a piece of wood inside, and they call that finishing, where they will show or explain to people. If they look at our table, they're not going to see a finished product. They're going to see raw wood, quote. So they call this finishing, and it's just purely to cover up the veneer. That's my 4 cents.
So you're thinking of 6 chairs. Do you prefer a roundabout chair or a pressed back chair? Okay, a pressed back chair is just what we say, pressed back. They do this pattern by actually pressing with tons and tons of pressure, steam pressure, on the solid piece of bone. This is actually called a double press chair. It has two pieces of wood. Each piece is called a press. This one in the lower back gives you a little bit more support. Some people think that this is possibly the more comfortable of the two. It's just personal preference. Okay, one of the features, a few of the features on our chairs that we offer you and can back up our 10-year warranty on our chairs is the fact that our chairs are wood wedged and epoxy glued. The reason for the epoxy glue is it will not harden. It's especially beneficial in our climates where it gets cold, it's humid, it's dry. They're also tacked and epoxy glued at each one of the stress points. They have the crossbars, which give you extra support for your legs, and they also have tension bars. This chair in particular has this type. Some of the other chairs, the pressure is relieved by different features. Like this one, it's the Windsor is through the tension bars in the back. And all our chairs do have a feature that does relieve the pressure and strengthens the back of your chair. Now, which finish would you prefer on your chair? Oh, they're also sealed on the bottom. That prevents the moisture from being absorbed, and it does prevent the warping and cracking.
I've seen that one chair for a lot less money around town. Why is yours priced so high? Yes, ma'am.
Okay, possibly their chair was not solid oak. Ours are guaranteed to be solid oak. It is a made-in-the-USA chair. Many chairs are import chairs where they're manufactured in another country and just put together in the United States. Ours, you can always tell an import chair that the tax will be added after the chair has been finished. Ours, you can tell that it is made in the USA because it's finished after everything is put together.
What other kind of woods would they use on an import chair?
Well, they use rubber wood, which is actually it's a compressed wood.
Chairs is what we're considering for today. Is that correct? Do you have a particular design that you have in mind? This is what's termed a Windsor chair with a high rounded back. The chair here is the press back. And as the reason being called a press is that the applique that's on here is pressed in, into the wood. And this happens to be one that's called a double press, with the press on the top and the press on the bottom here. Now, one of the things I'd like to point out in regards to our chairs also is they all carry a 10-year warranty against warping, cracking, and splitting, glue letting loose, and so forth. And they are solid oak, just as our tables are. The bottom is solid oak, the rungs are solid oak, and so forth here. In construction, one of the things that seems to be a problem with antiques is, in my conversations with people that have been in have collected antiques, is that the glue seems to let loose. Well, these are put together with epoxy as well as nails to eliminate the possibility of the rungs to come loose in time. Epoxy, as opposed to an Elmer type glue, it does not dry out as Elmer's glue in turn will. Epoxy does not dry out because it takes an activator to cause it to work. So not only are the legs, in this case, epoxied and held in with drywall screws, and the rungs held in with screws also. But they are held in with epoxy. The back is wedged as well as glued in. So it makes for a very, very strong chair. Now, both chairs, as I mentioned, do carry a 10-year warranty. Construction-wise, the weight-bearing part, and one of the things that happens, at the table, I'm sure that you probably have caught heck for, was sitting and rocking back and forth. We guarantee this chair for a period of 10 years that things are not going to let loose. And with that in mind, keep in mind, the name of the store is New Antiques. We feel that you're creating new antiques also. Now, on the Windsor chair, with the 10-year warranty as well, it does not have this, but on the back, it does have another weight-bearing item here. Now, one of the things that I know that you won't want to do, or have your kids do, but the chair will support. I weigh better than 200 pounds. Someone in turn can get on this chair, and I'm sure that you probably shoot your kids if it happened. But you can see there was no creaking, nothing in turn was letting loose because of the destruction of the chair. So Construction-wise, in either case, you don't have to worry about having any problems with the chairs over a period of 10 years.
Some of the chairs cost $130 or $40 or $50, and some of them around $80, $85. Why the difference in price?
And it would be, in the case, you notice on this particular chair, it has a lot of extra design, a lot of extra workmanship and so forth. And a lot of that is where the extra cost comes in, is the time that's involved and the materials that are required to put that chair together.
Good. There you go.
Camera! Okay, you're looking for chairs today. Do you prefer a press back or do you like a rounded back chair? Alrighty, let me explain the difference to you. All of our chairs have 10-year warranties. You're looking for 6 chairs. Are you thinking of armchairs as well? Okay. 2 armchairs and 4 side chairs would be a nice number. All of our chairs carry a 10-year written warranty, and that's really important because it is a written warranty. All the chairs, they take the back of the chair through the seat, glue it and wedge it. At each of your stress points, they are nailed and glued, and we use an epoxy type of glue. We don't use the, quote, wood glue that literally flakes away after it dries out. The chairs are sealed underneath, and that also is very important in our high humidity areas. It has the stretcher bars for weight control. It takes the weight off the back of the chair and puts it onto the seat. Don't do that in a lot of furniture stores or somebody will end up with pieces. On the same idea, the press back chair uses the stretcher bars here or hip braces. Now, everybody knows what a hip brace is, and not everybody knows what a stretcher is. So this takes the weight off the back and puts it on the seat. This is a double press, and that is pressed into the wood under tons and tons of pressure with steam. And this is a double press, meaning that there's 2 patterns. This gives you a little extra control across your sitting condition. And the construction is the same. Now, we have these chairs available in armchairs as well as bar stools. Now, so, which chair would you like today?
I was in a furniture store and they had a lifetime guarantee.
Whose lifetime, sir?
Well, I don't know. What would that mean?
I believe, a lifetime is such an obtruse number. 10 years means that this chair is going to outlast most usage. 10 years, it is a factory warranty. It's not just something we created. I don't understand the lifetime warranty because whose lifetime are we talking?
If I have a problem with a chair, who do I take it to? You or the factory?
As long as we exist and we plan on being here a long time, you just bring it on in here, and we have the option with our warranty to either replace or repair it.
What if I move to Chicago?
My gosh, we've got a store. We've got 2 stores there. Let me show you. One place around here.
Is that warranty just for this store?
That warranty is a new Antiques warranty at any of our locations, and it is a factory warranty in the event that you would happen to be someplace you can take it to a hull warranty.
Since I bought the chair here, would the store in Chicago charge me then for warranty?
No, sir. Looking for a computer desk today? All right. This is our 56-inch computer desk. And all of our desks have a complete canvas back. Want to feel that? The reason for that complete canvas back is so that when you put this desk up and down 900 times, it's still going to hold together those timbers. Some of the desks in the market just have strips. If those strips let go, your timber is not going to go up and down. We use wood on wood slides rather than plastic because plastic will warp or crack. Wood, just a little soap and you're in business. The computer desk is locked. It does have a lock on the side here so that you can lock up your complete equipment here as well as your keyboard. This slides back so that you have access at a proper typing height for your keyboard. This desk is set up for a telephone modem or telephone wires here, as well as a back strip so that you can hook up all of your equipment without having to have an extra surge protector. This side is set up for your printer. As you can see, we have a printer here. It's also set up so that you can have bottom feed or back feed for your paper supply, which you can store down below. See the nice slides on that drawer? Doesn't that work nice? On this side, we have the breadboard or dictation slide, and that gives you extra writing surface, so when you're using your keyboard, you can have your work spread out. We have a letter size or legal size file drawer, and you file this way, so you don't have to crick your neck around to check on your files. The desk disassemble in 5 pieces so that you can get it upstairs, downstairs, around the corners. Even though my guy's grump and grown, you can get that desk wherever you want. The desk, the Riverside desk, has a lock on your file drawer here as well as your printer drawer. You have total security for your desk. Would you like to have this desk delivered, or did you want to pick it up? Great. When can we deliver this?
Our entertainment centers are available in many ways. You can custom design your entertainment center to fit, what you would like, how you would like to have it appear. You notice it's available in the golden or the traditional. The one that we're looking at here, which you expressed a liking towards, also has the leaded brass and glass. So it gives it an extremely nice appearance. Also has the rose in here. So it will show very, very nice to your guests. But behind these doors are 2 adjustable shelves, one pull-out shelf and 2 adjustable shelves. Would that be sufficient to handle your stereo equipment? Okay. So, and then above the TV is the location for your video recorder. Will that handle all of the electronic items that you need?
Looks nice.
Okay. On the bottom side, extra storage compartments for records, magazines, anything that you in turn may want to be have stored away and out of sight. On the bottom, you notice that it does have the ball and claw base, which gives it a very elegant look. Is that the appearance that you would like to have on your
That's pretty.
entertainment center?
That's pretty.
Then, excuse me. This is 22 inches deep, and I understand in our conversation you have a 27-inch TV that is approximately 19 and a half inches deep. Is that correct?
Correct.
Should we write this one up for you today?
Well, that'd be nice. Is that all solid oak?
No, it isn't. No, all of the supporting mechanisms, areas, the front area is solid oak. Your doors are solid. The doors here are solid, plus the paneling is solid. But the sides and the top are of veneer.
How come?
I know of no manufacturer that is making a solid oak entertainment center. I won't say that there isn't somebody that does.
Well, that may be true, but I'd sure like to have one solid oak. What can I do? All solid oak.
I don't know.
Okay. Good.